Hi, this is Amy Bacon with Spirit Pathways, and I'm here with this week's reading. This is for today, Monday, October 6th, through this coming Sunday, October 12th, 2014. So, we've got a couple of things happening this week. The first thing I'm going to mention is that Mercury is retrograde. So this is when Mercury seemingly is spinning backwards. Not that it's literally doing that, but it's just an illusion. So from now until October 25th, this is when things may seem to be slowing down for you. And communication may be confusing. And maybe you're going to have some delays with travel or delays with things moving forward. So realize that this is temporary and use this time to review things, to go within, to think about what it is that you need to fine-tune in your life. So when you get to Saturday, October 25th, and Mercury goes direct again, you know you're ready to flow forward with those things. Also this week on Wednesday, we're having a full moon. It's the full moon in Aries. And this is also going to be a lunar eclipse. So being a lunar eclipse, this is going to intensify that energy of Aries in, the full moon in Aries is going to intensify that Aries and Libra polarity because the sun is going to be in Libra. And what an Aries and Libra polarity is, it's about relationships. So this means that you're going to be focused on the relationships in your life. And these can be love relationships, personal relationships, business relationships. But I know most people are focused on those closest personal ties of love. So by this polarity, which it means the moon is opposite the sun. So Aries is opposite of Libra always. It's 6 months apart. And Aries pulls you towards the self. Aries pulls you towards self-control and a bit of impatience. While Libra is going to pull you towards partnership. And it's partnership with diplomatic, fair-minded equality. And Libra is more patient. So this is how, these are things in your relationships, how you relate to relationships. Are you looking at, you know, the personal, self-centering aspect of it, or are you looking at the blending and the balance and the harmony of it, which it would be the Libra end? So use this full moon to strike a balance. Striking a balance between getting your personal needs met and also taking care of your significant other. And you're going to also want to balance your need for independence versus your need for dependence and dependence upon others this week. So this also affects your, you know, everyone has times where they need autonomy, where they need to be alone and they need to be sort of invisible, and times when they want to be completely in partnership and completely, you know, focused on the social aspect of other people. So you're going to want to balance that this week and look at any issues you have in your relationships this week of getting your needs met and, you know, meeting their needs and that balance for that. So on that note, I have pulled the cards for this week. We're using 2 decks. We're going to start with Daily Guidance from Your Angels. This is Doreen Virtue. And then I've also used Healing with the Angels by Doreen Virtue. Love 2 cards and getting a more complete message. So 3 rows, 3 cards each, starting with your money. This is going to be success. This is going to be well-being. So let's look. Let's spread the cards out. See what we got. All right. See, I can put these like this so you can see both. So there's the money row. Next we have success for you this week. I'm going to go over these. Ooh, I love enchantment. And we're also emerging. These are cards I think we've been getting more than once in the past couple of weeks when we've used these decks. It's interesting when we're pulling cards and we're getting the same ones, because that's something we need to focus on. All right. Move these up a little bit so you can see all of them. I think they're all in tune. All right. So we're going to start with these 6 cards for your money row. And the first 2 we have are There's Nothing to Worry About and Focus. So this is nice for the money row. A lot of times people get just buried in worrying about money. And you know, I'm always reminding people to realize that you are protected. You've always had money. You're always going to have money. You've always been taken care of. You're always going to be taken care of. And as she says, you're safe. And this situation is under perfect control of divine providence and universal order. So focus on those loving thoughts. And we've got the focus card here to draw attention to this. You need to make sure that what you're thinking about is positive, and that your focus is on abundance and not lack. Loving thoughts and emotions are going to bring you better results than, you know, people. It seems like it's easier to focus on what's missing or what's lacking or what's going wrong or the drama. But that's a complete waste of your energy. Please don't do that. Focus on what it is you want to create. Focus on realizing that you're okay and there's nothing to worry about. You are completely taken care of. Divine order has you completely taken care of. You came here for joy. You didn't come here to struggle and work really hard. So our next 2 cards, we've got meditation and release and surrender. So this is a really nice card pulling off that there's nothing to worry about card. This again is reminding you to release all that resistance and all that limitation that you have maybe created around money. Release any negative thoughts, any stories that you tell of lack, any drama stories that you tell. Please let those go. And one of the ways you can do that is through meditation, through just getting quiet, centering yourself, taking some deep breaths, focusing into your heart, and realizing you're okay. And it's okay to let go of anything that you've been worrying about. Anything that you've made a habit of holding on to that isn't serving you around money and isn't serving you in your life. These are core beliefs. These are habits. These are patterns that you don't need anymore. Just let them go. Release them, let them go, and open your arms and your heart for all the goodness that's trying to come to you. And try and make a dedicated time for a little quiet time this week to go within to make sure that you really are mindfully releasing and surrendering those things that you don't need anymore. Those ideas, those thoughts that aren't serving you. So on that note, these are flowing together. We've got let your past go and spiritual growth. So beautiful. Let your past go is reminding you that that's old energy. When you look backwards, it's uncomfortable because you've done that. You've been there. You don't need to go back. Anything of lack or money habits that you've been bringing along that are rooted in past events, past ideas, it's time to let that go. And you don't need to keep dragging that baggage, dragging those burdens, because you know what? They're actually not yours. You've maybe picked up a few things along the way that don't belong to you. And now it's okay to let that go. And by doing this, you're going to increase your spiritual growth. You're going to ignite that connection that you have to your spiritual guidance and your spiritual knowing. And that's going to improve that money energy, because money's energy, it's all connected to these things. So any feelings of lack, any programming from your childhood or your upbringing that's placed you with feeling that, you don't have money and you don't have abundance in your life, it's time to change that. It's time to, they're reminding me about this Mercury retrograde and going within and, resetting all of that. Let's reset those things to abundance, to allow money to come in for you. So that's this week about money. And now we're moving on to your success. And I love it because we're starting with creativity. I love creativity. So we have creative project and enchantment. I love the enchantment card. And it's come up for us in a couple of the past months when we've used this deck. This card has come up more than once. So this is something to focus on. This is the magic in your life. This is your dreams coming true, and it's miracles. So I want you to pay attention to where you're creative and where you need to expand on your creativity. Everyone is creative. Even if they think, that they're very scientific and only numbers oriented, that's creative too. You don't have to paint a picture or write music to be creative. It's however you express it. And by allowing this stuff to come out of you, this creative expansion, it's going to open up a lot in your life around success. And I love this. It's going to make you feel alive and excited and reignite some passion towards your life. And following your passion guarantees your success. Whatever it is you're passionate about, when you're following it, you're successful. And that allows enchantment to help you. So use this week for your success. Creative enchantment. And these are beautiful cards. Reward yourself in emerging. So this says to me that you've been giving a lot lately. You've been doing a lot for other people, and you've been allowing other people to sort of dictate, how you're doing things. And now it's time, to go within a little bit, use a little bit of that Aries moon, and think about what it is you need for yourself. Allow yourself some downtime and some balance. Reward yourself with something that's meaningful to you. And this is going to help with this emerging card, another card that's come up for us more than once. I love emerging. This is coming into your own. You are coming into your own authentic soul self. When you are in that space, success is guaranteed because you're completely yourself. Those are those times when you can think back in your life when you felt amazing, when you were doing something that was such a complete fit and happiness for you. It's about being connected to your passion, and you're allowing more of this in your life. So reward yourself for that as well. Be authentically yourself. This is how all those people and situations and events line up with you. When you're in your authenticity, that's your real energy. And all the things that you have agreements with can line up with that energy. So it's very, very important to be good with that. And these two cards pull directly about this. The heart chakra, to me, this is unconditional love. And it's love of yourself. You've got to love yourself before you can love anyone else. And a lot of times I tell people, You know, you need to look in the mirror and you need to look at yourself in the eyes and you need to say, I love you. Or it gets even harder if you say, I love me. You know what? That's a really important hump to get over, that you can go ahead and do that and feel comfortable doing it, because you do need to learn to love yourself. And you do need to realize that you are perfect, whole, and complete. You've never done anything wrong. You've been following your path and everything's okay. And the heart chakra is very important energy for right now, because we need to be making decisions from our heart, not from our head. When you start analyzing things and overthinking things, nothing flows. Nothing's happening. You just shut that energy right down. So you need to be thinking from your heart. What is your heart telling you? How do you feel in your heart? That's where you make your decisions, and everything flows and everybody's happy and it all fits together perfectly, and you're supported, because when you're deciding things from your heart, then you're connected to your soul path and to this authentic self that you came here to be. So allow yourself some self-acceptance, some Aries moon energy of knowing that you are perfect, whole, and complete, and that is going to add to your success. So your success row this week, and now we're moving on to well-being. And the first two cards we have for well-being are family and support. So this is a nice, relationship card. When I was talking about the lunar eclipse and the full moon in Aries being in polarity with the sun in Libra, these are relationships. So this is pointing to family relationships and the emotional experiences that we have with our family members. So this week, allow your heart to reach out to whoever this person is for you and give them support, and also allow family support to come back to you. This is connected to unconditional love, to authentically being yourself, because we incarnate in these soul pods, which are our family groups. And family extends from your given family to also your chosen family. Your chosen family are friends, sometimes it's co-workers. These are also part of your soul group that you're incarnating with. And if you don't have much family, or you have, problems with your family, so you're closer to some other people that are what I call your chosen family, that all applies, and it's all beautiful, it's all love. But allow yourself to look at the emotions around family relationships this week, because some balance in that and some understanding in that and support with this is going to help you with your well-being. So very nice energy for this week. And moving on for well-being, we have focus on service and miracles. So beautiful blending here. This is reaching out in the world. We've done some meditation and some looking at our own self, emergence and self-acceptance. And this is reaching out into the world. How can you help other people? Who around you might need some assistance this week that's going to work for you as well? It's going to give you well-being to help someone else. And it's going to open you up to miracles. This card goes beautifully with enchantment. Miracles are always happening around you. And sometimes, we need to get out of our own little universe and allow other people in. So, focus on service, how you can help other people, how you share your light, how you hold the light for other people. This is all going to bring miracles into your life. It's going to bring beautiful, experiences of your dreams coming true. all for your well-being this week. Then our last two cards, which go together perfectly, are Listen and Serenity. This is about getting quiet. Getting quiet. You know, we're always on our phone, on the internet, on Facebook, on, hopefully you're not on, the news pages, your TV's going, the radio's going. Too much. It's all too much. Turn some of it off. Go within. Some people are scared to go within. They're scared of what they're going to encounter in their own thoughts if they got some quiet time with themselves. But I promise you, it's going to be okay. Pay attention to your own mind speak. Make sure that it's kind and loving, that you only speak to yourself as you would your most dearest loved one, because you are your most dearest loved one. This is also, going back to this release and surrender and realizing that there's nothing to worry about and listening to your guidance. You're surrounded by spirit guides and angels and loved ones who've passed over who want to share guidance with you. They know that you need answers and you have questions and things that you understand, and they're eager to give you the answers that you need. So go within, allow yourself some serenity and quiet time and meditation time. Use this Mercury retrograde to go within, to get insight, to listen, to realize that there's nothing to worry about. Enchantment and miracles are coming along to help you. Just listen. Just allow this serenity. Beautiful, beautiful energy with that. So there's your reading for this week. And if you need any extra help or any deeper understanding, any connection for those messages that are coming through with your spirit guides and your angels, please get in touch with me for a reading, because that's what I do. And you get a lot of satisfaction out of it, I promise. My website is spiritpathways.net, and I hope you have a wonderful week. I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.